Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaimMD here with the playoffs of the WBE. This is round 1, or the quarterfinals of the WBE. I'm coach of the New York Dreepys, and we'll be taking on my boy KyleAye, coach of the Miami Dawn fans. Make sure you go check him out. His link will be down below. Had a great season. He's been using some really cool Pokemon. He's been using Galarian Corsola really well this entire season, so it's actually been a pleasure to watch. But yeah, Kyle has some scary mons. G-Max Snorlax, if it gets the right G-Max move and pulls its berry, can be very threatening. He has Indeedee plus Hawlucha, so he has Unburden Hawlucha, and his Corsola can be very annoying versus my team. Same thing with Drapion being able to absorb toxic spikes. Big shout out to my boy Gypsy King for working with me on this team that we've built together. So, the first Pokemon we have out here is Chopper, my PILOSWINE. We're going to be using kind of mixed offensive PILOSWINE, but basically it guaranteed takes 2 Psychics and Terrain from Indeedee after Stealth Rock, which, I mean, is potential that Kyle brings it. His only Stealth Rocker, that's one of the drawbacks of his draft, but he has one Stealth Rocker, which is the Corsola. If he brings it with Stealth Rock, then it can't be a more offensive variant, which is actually a little bit better versus me, I feel. But yeah, it's able to take 2 hits from that. We have 68 attack EVs. That way, even if the Centiskorch goes for Coil, we do 2-hit KO it always. With we do like 50% min to max HP Centiskorch if it goes for Coil, as well as the Thick Fat, letting me check Centiskorch in general. Rock Tomb is really nice as well for lowering Alcremie's speed, allowing Earthquake to 2-hit KO after the Rock Tomb damage. And of course, Ice Shard is there for Flygon and can pick off a weakened Hawlucha even under terrain because it's the flying type, so it's not affected by the terrain itself. But PILOSWINE in general, offensively, is very good versus him. Very few Pokemon on his team want to take multiple hits from it, and it's like not 2-hit KO naturally from Adamant Outrage from Flygon, which is pretty crazy. So PILOSWINE, very solid. It's a good check to Indeedee if I need to use it as a check to Indeedee, which I won't, but I do have Wish support on this team, as you guys will see. And the attack investment also lets me knock out Drapion with Earthquake into Ice Shard guaranteed. Next up, we do have my Orbeetle, my G-Max Orbeetle, and this week we're bringing a Cobra Berry set. Cobra Berry allows me to take the flying type attacks. It weakens the damage or halves the damage for flying type attacks. So Hawlucha, I'm pretty sure it's going to be coming, and I don't think there's much I can do to stop it from getting Unburdened. I don't have terrain on my own, and unless I go for like max overgrowth with Orbeetle, so there's not really much I could do to stop that. So Calm Mind, Psyshock, Bug Buzz, Recover, Orbeetle is very strong versus the team. I have enough speed for max speed Centiskorch and max speed Alcremie. The defensive HP allows me to take 2 knockoffs from Drapion, especially after I G-Max. Does less than half to me. And this can also check the Indeedee, depending. I figured there was no point in bringing speed because his speed tiers are higher than Orbeetle, and unless I wanted my Orbeetle to be faster than neutral nature speed, so like a Modest Indeedee or an Adamant Flygon or an Adamant Drapion, I feel like it was unnecessary, and I could actually make it bulkier by going this way. So the 92 special attack allows me to knock out Drapion at +1 with Rocks up, with Bug Buzz, or I mean, well, if I G-Max on it. And of course, Recover is good because I chose Psyshock first off. Okay, let me say something. The good thing about Orbeetle is the fact that he has terrain up. So if Indeedee's out versus Orbeetle, my attacks will be terrain boosted. But I chose Psyshock because it hits on the physical side for Lucha. But either way, my attacks will be terrain boosted, so I should be good enough to knock him out, even with Psychic Terrain giving you the Spadef Rays on Hawlucha. This is one of my backup checks to it, of course. Even if I'm just shy of the KO on Hawlucha, I do have the PILOSWINE with the Ice Shard to be able to knock it out. But this is something that can kind of set up on Alcremie, depending if it's running Mystical Fire or not, which it should be because I do have a Corviknight, but I mean, my Corviknight is kind of made to beat that too, as you guys will see in a sec. And in general, I just think that Orbeetle is a pretty decent win con. And it really does appreciate the rocks and spike support that I do have on my own. His hazard control is only like Defog Flygon, and I think Defog Hawlucha. I don't even think... Can they even get Defog currently? This is prior to... okay, I'm definitely sure that Hawlucha gets it. I should check this real quick because, I mean, I brought Spikes and Stealth Rock, but let me just check. What is it? VGC 2020 I'm supposed to look at. And if we look at Flygon... doesn't get defog in VGC, so he doesn't have defog on that. So I think that his only hazard control is Hawlucha. Yep. So if Hawlucha is a hazard control variant, then he can't, he's less likely to sweep. So yeah, I'm bringing spikes. I'm spike stacking him, as you guys will see, which is what makes Orbeetle a lot better, because his hazard control is very poor and his stealth rocker is only 1. So Orbeetle can also be a defensive Corsola as well, which is why I put Psyshock over Psychic, just in case he runs Calm Mind Hex. It'll do a lot to me, don't get me wrong, but if I Calm Mind up enough, my Psyshock will 2 KO him. I'll probably get Cursed Body too, but next up we have CORVIKNIGHTJ coming up, and we have enough speed for a Jolly Max Speed Snorlax and a Timid Max Speed Corsola. I felt like that was actually a speed tier that could happen, because Kyle likes to run some wild stuff, and it works for him. So I didn't want to get thrown off guard by a max speed Corsola and not be able to taunt it. We're running Mirror Armor again, but this time I know for sure I want Mirror Armor. Alright, I've had enough time. It's not where I have to play 3 battles in one day and build 3 teams. I know for sure I want Mirror Armor. With the 164 special defense EVs and max HP plus leftovers, Mirror Armor allows me to live Timid, Max Special Attack, Mirror Armor, Timid Max Special Attack, Mystical Fire from Indeedee twice. So the max roll, the first one can do is 60%, and then I get leftovers. So technically the max roll can get is 54%. And then the max roll the next one could do is 40%. Because Mirror Armor will be lowering his special attack. So I can roost up on it. We have Taunt, which allows me to beat Corsola. Mirror Armor also helps versus Shosap. Kinda. But it allows me to beat that. This thing can also deal with Flygon as well. Deal with Drapion. I mean, Mirror Armor also helps versus the Fire Lash defense drops versus Centiskorch. So he'll be dropping his own defense, and I can bulk up and beat him 1v1. And it also good versus Mystical Fire from the Alcremie, which I do to a KO with Brave Bird after I am boosted. But this is a good stop to his Snorlax via Taunt and Bulk Up. And it's a good stop to Flygon. It can check Hawlucha, it can check Indeedee. It can win. It has a good shot at winning if I play it well, especially with hazard support. Like, I think a lot of my mods have a solid shot at winning. But I like CORVIKNIGHTJ giving me a ground immunity. Doesn't care about T-Spike and stuff, because he does have T-Spike. T-Spike are annoying for sure if he wants to bring them, and can check like Lapras and things like that too. So next up we do have my Cinderace, and we're running enough speed for max speed Flygon. And after that, we're running the, we're actually using Baton Pass. I think first time I'm using the Baton Pass this season. But it's Bulk Up, Pyro Ball, High Jump Kick, and Baton Pass. You can Baton Pass in this league. I can pass to my PILOSWINE, which he actually hates. Like, if I get rid of Corsola and I Baton Pass to PILOSWINE, it kind of just wins. Because the attack raise just gives me enough to just deal with everything on his squad. So it's just really strong. But it's also cool for Baton Passing to things like my CORVIKNIGHTJ, my Orbeetle to give it more defense as well. Another thing about the defense EVs on Orbeetle lets it take 2 outrages from Flygon as well in regular form, which I think was pretty big. But the reason I have Baton Pass is because one of his main answers to this is going to be, I think, Centiskorch. Centiskorch obviously has Flash Fire as an ability, so we can get on out of there. Baton Pass is something. If I Baton Pass, for instance, to even CORVIKNIGHTJ on Centiskorch, I can beat it 1v1 because I'm bringing it the bulk up at that. But Pyro Ball, High Jump Kick, the HP EVs allow me to take Flygon's Earthquake at +1. I have enough attack to, knock out Drapion or something like that? Or something like that. I do a Drapion. Oh, I have enough attack to knock out max HP Snorlax at +1. And that was kind of like the bench point I was going for with my CORVIKNIGHTJ. But this is a good check to Alcremie just in case it does get out of hand. I do have answers for Alcremie, but just in case it does get out of hand. And speaking of Baton Pass as well, like my next member, Gardevoir, is a really good recipient too. While it doesn't appreciate really the attack raises, the defense raise is really nice because if I pass Gardevoir a defense raise, Hawlucha doesn't knock it out at +2. And we have max HP. We're running Calm Nature. I ran the same set that I ran versus Elliot, but it's max HP, 172 defense, 84 special defense. 84 special defense with a Calm Nature means I'm never 2-hit KO by Timid, Specs, Hyper Voice from Indeedee. So this is a good Indeedee answer on the team. Calm Mind, Moonblast. This thing is just strong in general versus him. Only Drapion really threatens it. Centiskorch to an extent, but I have great Centiskorch answers. And it can just do a lot. And if I pass this thing a Baton Pass as well, man, that +1 defense is just going to be eating up hits. And we have Wish support to pass to PILOSWINE, as well as CORVIKNIGHTJ and Orbeetle. Like, everything on my team, even my Cinderace, everything on my team appreciates Wish support because they're relatively bulky. So they can take hits from most Pokemon. But, yeah, just going to play, hopefully, smart with my Gardevoir in this game. The rest was just put into HP and defense, allowing me to better take on Flygon. Obviously, with Trace, I traced the Levitate, so Flygon's only attack to hit me is like Steel Wing if it Dragon Dances. That's about it. which I think I live, but we'll check that out. But I have PILOSWINE and I have CORVIKNIGHTJ anyway. Like, Flygon's really weird because like if it does want to run Dragon Hits, it needs Earthquake, but Earthquake can't hit CORVIKNIGHTJ, and I have PILOSWINE for that. It needs Fire Punch to actually hit CORVIKNIGHTJ, and I guess from there you wouldn't run Outrage, which I guess makes sense. Yeah, maybe that's the one you run, like Steel Wing or whatever, Iron Tail, whatever it has currently to be able to hit Gardevoir. So that makes sense as well. But yeah, we're physically defensive, and if I pass this a Baton Pass and Drapion is dead, it has a chance to, win as well. And last but not least, we have my Qwilfish, and my Qwilfish is there to kind of mess with his Snorlax as well as mess with his Centiskorch. With Intimidate and Black Sludge, in Haze, we don't care about coiling Centiskorch. I don't care about boosting Snorlax. Unfortunately, Pain Split is a post-home move, and this league is pre-home, so I wasn't able to put Pain Split on it. Otherwise, I would have put it over Toxic. But Scald plus Haze allows me to deal with coiling Centiskorch. I have the Spikes as well, which are very good in this game, as well as Toxic to wear down Alcremie, to pressure something like Lucha as well, to pressure Snorlax if need be. And of course, Haze will stop those boosting. The boost that Snorlax can go for. And the good thing about Qwilfish is it's naturally faster than a Jolly Max Speed Snorlax. I know that sounds crazy to think about, but I feel like if you wanted to get the jump on CORVIKNIGHTJ and you think that I'd be lazy and wouldn't run speed on CORVIKNIGHTJ, Snorlax can do that. And if you belly drum, you obviously knock me out because, I mean, this entire league I've been using my CORVIKNIGHTJ to roost at least on 1 or 2 G-Max moves, right? Because it's just so bulky, so it could take the hits, waste the G-Max turns, and go from there. But yeah, that's the team that I have for today. I could Toxic Corsola as well, which I probably will. I might even use my, like, depending on the game, like, I might go towards an end game of, like, Orbeetle or CORVIKNIGHTJ. Like, I'm not even looking at it, so I might even use Qwilfish early to just spike up on him. Now, obviously, Heavy Duty Boots is something that Centiskorch will probably be running, but the spikes are going to be really nice for Indeedee, for Drapion, and, depending on if he has his Drapion, actually. He should bring it, but depending on if it's alive or not. I could just sack Qwilfish too because I don't have to worry about Toxic Spike as well. But yeah, that is the team for today. Let's get right into the battle, which I'm going to be playing tomorrow after recording this. So, but you guys will see it immediately. But yeah, feel free to leave a like if you guys are rooting for the Dreepys, and hopefully we can make it to the semifinals of the WBE. Alright guys, so we are here with our quarterfinals game versus KyleAye. Please go ahead and check him out. He is my boy, and you'll like his content. But let's see what Kyle brought. No Indeedee. Okay. Wow. He did bring Hawlucha though. Centiskorch. Flygon. Drapion. Snorlax. Corsola. And Hawlucha. Well, I mean, CORVIKNIGHTJ's a win con for sure, but I already knew that going into this game. Toxic Qwilfish is extremely good versus him. Very, very good versus him. And early on, I love PILOSWINE. I think PILOSWINE has like 1 bad lead. So I really love PILOSWINE early. Yeah, matches up well versus everything besides Corsola, which I can just switch out on potentially into like Qwilfish to Toxic. Qwilfish can also Toxic the Snorlax, but if I Toxic Corsola, like, I don't see how he beats bulk up CORVIKNIGHTJ. Maybe special Flygon. But yeah, I love... rocks are good in this game too, but I really love PILOSWINE, and it's just a really strong Pokemon in this, I feel. So these off of Flygon. Probably the best lead possible for me. Considering, like, I just have such a good matchup versus this. I could easily Ice Shard. I'll Stealth Rock, though. I think Stealth Rock covers basically every play. Like, if he wants to go Corsola, I don't want to waste a turn. If he goes for U-turn, I'll just see how much he does right now. If he goes Corsola, the 2 plays I'm deciding between are going hard Qwilfish or... Yep, there's Corsola. Either going hard Qwilfish or going into my Cinderace. Now, the reason I'm deciding Qwilfish is because I can just Toxic immediately, and I really like that. I think that's just so strong, and I really do like the Qwilfish. If I Toxic this, and I can beat him as well with my... If I Toxic this, I can beat him as well with CORVIKNIGHTJ a little bit easier, so I think that makes more sense. I'm not too KO'd by Hex. As he goes for Stealth Rock of his own. And, okay, so we know Rock's there. I'll throw off a Toxic before I go for spikes. So put Rocks. Rocks on Corsola, maybe Rocks Will-O-Wisp Pex. If it's not Drapion, then it'll be good. He goes hard Flygon, so getting a Toxic off on Flygon is amazing as well. Because this chip... This starts to put him in range of Pyro Ball now from Cinderace. And Cinderace is also a pretty good win con, despite having Centiskorch. And me having Wish support is so nice here, too. I like Gardevoir initially. It obviously avoids the Earthquake. If he goes for U-turn, so be it. But yeah, that damage on Flygon is really nice because now it dies guaranteed to +1 Blaze boosted Pyro Ball or my Head Jump Kick. I'm assuming he might U-turn, and I could have made the aggressive play to stay in, but Boom Bursts. 154. He has the Throat Spray. Ooh, okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. I want to see how he decide he's going to deal with me, though, so I'm just going to Protect here first and then go for Wish. Boom Burst, because Boom Burst is the strongest thing he could do. I'm assuming Earth Power, Throat Spray. As he just switches into what? Drapion? Drapion makes sense. So that's good to know that it's not Scarf Flygon. And I'm just trying to keep as many things alive as possible. And we also know that his Drapion does not have the Black Sludge. So that damage on Drapion is very important too for guaranteed Orbeetle to kill it. I think I'm okay with going out to PILOSWINE. As much as I don't want to on the knockoff, I think it makes a lot of sense. Just because it forces out Drapion and it forces in the Corsola. Knockoff did some good damage there. Just going to go for Earthquake here. Not bother predicting. I'm assuming Corsola might want to come out. If I get Spikes up as well, Cinderace is so good at potentially sweeping. Yeah, Cinderace can win if I get Spikes up. So, and Orbeetle is a win con as well in the endgame. I think once I start Boom Bursting now that Flygon's on that timer, I'll be really good too. And using Cinderace to BP into Corsola, he does have the weak armor. Ooh. I'm assuming he might be Shrimp Sap or something like that. I'm going to bring out my Qwilfish and on the expected Shrimp Sap. And like I'm kind of like limiting my Snorlax answers. But because I have multiple Intimidate and I can Wish on this, I'd rather go hard into my Qwilfish now. And again, potentially Toxic him. Weak armor. Gets up a Reflect. Reflect. I have Haze, so we're going to click Toxic here. If Corsola stays low, Nightshade. Oh, that's great too. And we get that Toxic off on. I mean, it's a guarantee land, so I mean, I don't have to worry too much about that. But being able to basically go out into Gardevoir and Wish Pass is really strong here. And me having Haze on this Pokemon as well helps me out. So I'll only do 50 damage, which means I can take a few more of those. I'll get up a Spike here. Nightshade. So I'll get up that Spike just to start pressuring Snorlax depending on its set. Of course, Centiskorch is still a problem. I don't want to play dumb around that thing. But Corsola being this weakened is so good for PILOSWINE. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the Gardevoir play, because with Rocks I should still be able to take 2 Nightshades. And I think I can Wish Pass as well. Yep, I'll take 2 Nightshades. I get weak armor as well, which is, I guess, is cool. So yeah, we're gonna be able to wish here. Flygon dies to Center Scorch, and excuse me, Flygon dies to the. Flygon dies to the what's it called? Cinderace. And of course, that comes back in. It'll die to Ice Shard as well, like after hazards, or it'll just die to hazards. Yeah, that'd be close. I obviously could protect here, so I'm assuming they not stay in, or they get up a screen if they have a second screen as well. He just switches. Great. So I get a wish off as he goes Center Scorch. And I'm going to be able to pass that wish to PILOSWINE. Reflect goes down. I have PILOSWINE for this, and I have... Now, while I'm kind of making myself weaker to Hawlucha, because I do have ORBEETLE in the back, and he doesn't have the Psychic Seed to get the terrain, I'm okay. And again, being able to wish past this into PILOSWINE and going for the Rock Tomb is going to allow me to live his hit. I don't have an EVIOLITE anymore, so maybe offensive could actually beat me down, but we'll see. I mean, it's not like there's anything he could double into that's actually a threat. I didn't want to go hard Qwilfish just in case he knocks off, though maybe Qwilfish was the better play. As he does switch, so I get back in. Maybe he went Drapey on predicting Qwilfish. He went Flygon. Great. Oh, he definitely expected Qwilfish to want to come out, but I obviously didn't do that. Nice. So we get this boy right back at full. Ice Shard is my play here 110% of the time. He probably going to sack Corsola here. This is 85% min. So Flygon dies. Bye. Just straight up died. If you go Snorlax, I will click Toxic. Drapion is going to die to Pyro Ball. I can also BP pass to PILOSWINE if I want to. Hawlucha is threatening, though. Don't get me wrong, it's threatening. What does he have, though, at this point? Yeah, just Flygon going down is huge. And the fact that Corsola dies is amazing, too, to Ice Shard. Go Snorlax. Which I think is fair. I'm going to be able to get some lovely damage off on him, though. Well, not damage, but I'm going to be able to get off an Intimidate on him. With my Qwilfish. And ideally a Toxic. If it's fast Belly Drum, I just click Haze. And ORBEETLE's still in the back to deal with the, well, a lot. So I get off the Intimidate. He G-maxes immediately. Which I think is fair. But he is -1, so he can't boost himself. And because he's -1, I don't think he'll be able to deal with Corviknight either. He might max Flare here, though. Max Steel Spike. That's definitely not going to knock me out. We're 100% going to go for Toxic here. And then we'll start bulking up with my... Oh, he's Life Orb. Oh, he might be Special Fire Blast. I think he might be Special Fire Blast. Anyway, I for sure Toxic here. I feel like he might be special with Fire Blast, but if you click Toxic, guarantee land. G-Max Replenish. Don't know if that makes a difference there. Because I think that I can safely go out into my... I think Gardevoir makes more sense than going hard Corviknight, just in case he is Life Orb Fire Blast, which is something I actually expect. I do expect Life Orb Fire Blast. I don't know if Gardevoir dies, Well, definitely not the Fire Blast now. I'm going to Protect here. Because I want to make sure that I can at least bulk up in this thing's face with Cinderace. Because Cinderace might also just win if it Baton passes to PILOSWINE. He does Max Steel Spike. He is not able to knock me out there. Gonna take Life Orb plus Poison. And everything is coming together for my my Orbeetle as well, I feel. Alright, I'm gonna Wish right now. And then, because I'm gonna go with the Baton Pass play into my Cinderace here, as opposed to Moonblasting, because he'll die, and I can then bulk up with my because he should die to Poison plus Life Orb in the next turn. I bulk up with Cinderace, and then I can Baton Pass, and then I'll get my Wish back up to full, I believe. So hopefully this isn't the bet. Basically, by bulking up, I can pass the Centiskorch to PILOSWINE, and that will allow me to beat Centiskorch 1v1, but it'll also allow me to do good work versus Hawlucha. He might also just switch out to Corsola, anticipating me to high jump kick. Yeah, this Mono about to hurt. Let's see if he gets the para. I know he's going to get it, because I'm in Yep. Because I'm in playoffs, and playoffs is when I always get hacks, no matter what. Well, hopefully I didn't misplay by doing this. Because now I get to Baton. Basically, I would have had a fast Baton Pass into my PILOSWINE, and now he's going to be able to call up with Centiskorch, and I'm probably going to get full parrot. So maybe I shouldn't have went this route. The other route would have been Moonblasting first, and then getting in PILOSWINE to click Earthquake. But it depends how he plays this out. Because I can also Baton Pass into Corviknight, I think, and beat it as well. My Orbeetle's EV to take 2 knockoffs from Drapion as well. Let's see what he does. I knew that was going to happen. I shouldn't have done this. And if I lose because of it, completely my fault. 100% my fault. Because I know it's about to call Centiskorch. That's what I do. He goes Drapion first. Interesting. I'm still going to Baton Pass here. I think I go Corviknight and kill everything. He goes for knockoff. Doesn't matter too much. Let's see. We do get the Baton Pass out. I honestly think the play is to go Corviknight. I actually think the play is to go Corviknight, not PILOSWINE. Because I'm Mirror Armor, I can just multiple Baton Pass. So I pass +1 attack and +1 defense to Corviknight. I bulk up one more time. Oh, he has Whirlwind! Does he? Unless he just min speed. Ah! So now I know I could taunt him at least. But he brings out like probably the worst Pokemon for him. So we know he's not Assault Vest. He may go hard on Lucha. That's okay. That's okay that he did that. I was debating taunting there too. But now I know. Now I know. That's fine. If I'm in my sack Corsola, I think that's the safest sack he can make. Oh, me getting up spiked is so nice for this Drapion as well. I love it. Oh, he goes for poison jab here. He's really trying to commit to either the, he does get the poison. Either the Center Scorch or the, he's really trying to commit to either the Center Scorch or the Halucha Sweep. Do I want to do this? It might be best just to sack this. Because sack this and then go out to Corviknight. And click Taunt and then click Bulk Up. Because Drapion dies to Orbeetle, so I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about Halucha because I have Orbeetle's Culpa Berry. So I think it's always best to he went Corsola. Okay, nice. Nice. Damn, this is big. That was a big switch right there. That was a really big switch. But he went hard Halucha instead of going Center Scorch. I don't know if he Sky Attacks immediately. I think because if he SDs, I lose. I gotta go right out into my Mon. I'm Culpa Berry, like I said, so I can take his hit. But I'm just trying not to give that one Mon a way of beating me. Because if he Sky Attacks, it is Focus Sash. Okay. Agility. It's Agility. He's going to G-Max Gravitas. Is he getting Baton Pass? Man, I wish I wasn't paralyzed with Cinderace, because then it make playing around this easier, because I can always BP. If I taunted Corviknight, I think it would have been game, though. If I taunted with Corviknight, I think it would have been game. He does opt to Baton Pass. Let's see. Let's see how that goes. Center Scorch comes out. How much is this about to do? Ooh, that did some damage. Hold up. That did some damage, baby. That did some damage. I can definitely just go for another one to a KO. I don't know if he's Rest Talk, though. That did some damage. And Lucha dies to Braber. Braber can sweep him. Obviously, though, Center Scorch is faster than everything. He does coil. He does coil. Is he coil Rest Talk, though? What a stupid... Let's see if he's Rest Talk. I feel like he might be. He Leech Life. Okay. I don't know, is that enough because I'm a huge fat Pokemon? Yes, it is. Oh, it might come down to PILOSWINE here. It might come down to PILOSWINE here. Center Scorch. I'm assuming that's max attack. How much does Leech Life do? I think I go Corviknight first. He has a chance to KO me. Damn, well played, Kyle. Damn, man. It's my fault if I lose, though. Because I shouldn't have risked the para. I should not have risked the para. I definitely shouldn't have risked the para. That's completely my fault. 100% my fault for risking the para. 100%. Seriously. Should not have risked it. Wait, he's Flare Blitz. That makes a difference. Ooh! Flare Blitz makes a difference. Flare Blitz makes a difference. Because PILOSWINE might be able to win. PILOSWINE might be able to win. Some of these KOs. There you go. Man, I shouldn't have risked that para. I'm so mad at myself because I knew that was going to happen too. Like I did. Drapion definitely dies. Halucha's a roll. Halucha's a dirty roll. You think he has close combat? I feel like he might be close combat. Halucha's a roll if I get -1 defense on it. If he close combats, it's a roll. Ah, man. Let's see if he's close combat. If he's CC, it's a roll. But then he just switches out and then I have to go off a crit, right? Well played, bro. Freaking. He is CC, but Kyle's just going to make the best play, which is to switch. Yeah, he's just going to make the play after, which is to switch. Damn, man. I knew this was going to happen, though. I'm just kicking myself because I didn't have to make it come down to this. I should not have went out to Cinderace because there was a 30% chance I could get paralyzed. If my Cinderace was faster, it makes such a huge difference in this, too. It truly makes such a huge difference. And now it comes down to, if he does switch, if I crit Halucha. He didn't switch. Okay, he did. So now it comes down to if I crit Halucha. Man. I'm mad at myself. I don't want to crit him. Again, the reason why it matters, guys, is because it makes his Pokemon faster than me. So I'm not at liberty to do what I want to do. Alright, well. Comes down to me critting Halucha here. Good game, Kyle. Well played, bro. Yep, well played, bro. Good luck in the semifinals. Alright, guys, I'm sorry. Again, I can only be mad at myself. If I don't risk the para... First off, if I taunt with Corviknight, the para doesn't even matter. If I taunt with Corviknight, I win. But if I don't risk the para, I go for Moonblast and I can go from there. But it makes it harder because I can't just go route to... I can't like go Center Scorch to kill Drapion, which doesn't give him the sack at the end. And then I can't baton pass from there. That's, again, it's completely my fault. I do hope you guys all enjoyed, though. I know I'm going to get some hate. That's it. Thank you, everybody, for watching, though. I'm going to get Kyle on a call. Big shout-out to Kyle. I should not have risked that, man. But, again, if it didn't happen, Center Scorch would have been... I mean, my mom would have been at full. I would have been able to baton pass to Corviknight. But even the way, if I taunted, it would have been probably a game at that point. So, I'm just mad at myself. I hope you guys all enjoyed, though. I'm going to get Kyle on a call. Good games to Kyle. I'll see you guys. Guys, we are here with KyleAye. Say what's up to the people.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
KyleAye just defeated me. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about the interview. I mean, I should never have risked the para. It was completely my fault. I shouldn't have. I said it going in. I was like, I always get hacks in playoffs. I should not risk this para. But if I bulk up and do it, I have a fast Cinderace, which is very hard for him to deal with. And if I baton pass to CORVIKNIGHTJ, which I did, I ended up doing it. But the big thing about the para was that I was able to get knocked off, and I didn't have a fast Pokemon anymore. Is the
the para was definitely game changing. It was. I literally almost brought Facade. Like, it was at the very last, like, I was sitting there like, body slam Facade, and I was like, I think I'll go body slam just in case. And then literally I was like, I need to paralyze him here or else it's a completely different game. That's ultimately what it came down to. And then the turn that you bulk up with CORVIKNIGHTJ,
instead of taunting,
oh dude, say, because you had taunt too. I
got so, and
I see your thing now.
I had taunt, and I was faster than your Center Scorch.
Oh god, dude.
So I should, that was so, like I said, like I can only be mad at myself for risking the para, and then also for not taunting that turn. The main reason I didn't taunt is because I thought, okay, he could do the Corsola sack and then go Center Scorch. I can beat it, but if I have +2 on it, because I'm assuming you're faster, if I have +2 on it, then and your Fire Lash, you can never beat me.
Yeah, no, I feel you. That's ultimately part of why I opted for Flare Blitz. I was like, there might be a time whenever I have to just click Blitz and just let this thing die instead of risking like Fire Lash doing like
that's smart because of because I had Mirror Armor, so that was very smart. I like the Hawlucha. I like how we both brought Baton Pass this week.
yeah, literally both of us. I was like, I wonder what he's gonna say when I roll up without Indeedee with Hawlucha. Like,
wow,
what are you doing?
No Indeedee. But it was solid. It was solid. Like I said, I regret my own play. I think that I should have taunted Drapion. I didn't realize that you would have Whirlwind on it. I thought it would be like knockoff Poison Jab, like either Scarf or something to check my Orbeetle, or anything like that. But it was still just from there. I just keep thinking like, damn man, this is all my fault. Should never have done that with Cinderace. Should have just went out into like, well, I mean, I had nothing to actually kill you. I would have had to go on CORVIKNIGHTJ and bulk up, to be honest.
Yeah, no, dude, I feel bad, man, because it's like it's playoff time again, and then it comes down to fuck.
Dude, that's
sorry, bro.
No, bro, don't. Like I said, it's my fault. I risked it, completely my fault, and I'm used to it in playoffs at this point. So I'm kind of numb to it at this point. It's like, oh, all right, well, unfortunate.
Dude, you were going off with Qwilfish, man. You were. I was like, okay, this thing is putting in work, man. Yeah. I just scooped that in APA too.
Oh, it's fire! It's a fire month.
So good, bro. And then I said in my video too, I was like, I think Gardevoir is like real good in this game. Like, I feel like Trace in this gen is just real good.
It's solid, especially for like the rain teams and whatnot. No, I very much like my draft. I actually lost in the same place I think last year too. Last year was to Vivid though. But
yeah, oh yeah, I remember that.
You've been going crazy though. Like legit, you've been going crazy. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're doing well.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it was like last week. It was like a lot of people were like confused at what I was doing because honestly, I was like, if I win or if I would have beat Wolf last week, I would have played him twice in a row. I was like, for me to beat him, I'm gonna have to like go all in.
No, that was a fire game.
One kill and I clinched playoffs.
Like, that was legit a fire game though. Like I was watching, I was like damn, like if he drank his 3 times in a row, if he drank his 3 times in a row, oh, that would have been sick.
Yeah, dude, I was popping off. You were cracking me up, man.
That was fire. That was legit fire. I like that. I like the tech you brought. The flyload kind of did nothing, but
dude, yeah, you shut that thing down like so quick because I was like, oh, this is good. Okay, he goes into Gardevoir, and then I saw Trace, and I was like, oh shit. Like I was like, I can't even click Earth Power. I was like, I'm about to just get rid of this thing and keep it for fodder.
It should have a Mega or whatever, so it has the tinted lens ability with Boom Burst.
That'd be clean. That'd be clean.
I don't know who you play, because the other people they don't know who they play at this point yet because Duncan and Nexus still haven't played for week 8 at the point of our game.
I forgot about that. We're still waiting on them. Yeah, I was like, we're gonna be the first ones because we were the only ones that were locked in anyways, right? Or
yes,
no,
Aaron and Wolf.
Aaron and Wolfie in singles.
Yeah, everybody else. That's gonna be a fun game to watch. But yeah, that was it. I really like the tech. I like the reflect on the Corsola, which will help agility passing. It was nice. It was nice. Like legit, it was clean. I'm always so mad at myself after this. It's like, man, I shouldn't have risked the para. Although I mean, at that point, the main reason I didn't go like Corviknight to revenge you was because I'm like, if he's Life Orb, he might be Life Orb Fire Blast or like
okay.
Thunder.
Yeah.
So like like Thunder. So I was like, I mean, I have a Wish Pass right here. I could try and get the. I also didn't think that Pyro Ball would KO Cinderace. I mean, excuse me, with Cinderace because of your +2. I'm talking about like if I Moonblasted with Gardevoir, and then instead of, because I don't think I'd ever high jump kick. But I don't know if because you had thick fat and you had +2 defense. So
yeah, I was thinking. I was like, okay. I was like, is he gonna go? And that play, that may have been the play where like I almost ran out of time. There was one turn when I was like 4 seconds left because I was sitting there and I was like, do I just click Giga Impact and just try to OHKO? Because that was my 4th move, and just so I would have like the strongest like replenish.
Yeah.
But then I was like, or I could body slam and try to paralyze him, and I think that's what I have to do. And I felt so bad, dude. What I was gonna say, never mind. I forgot what I was gonna say actually.
It's all good. It's all good. I like the Lucha you brought as well. I really like this. I like how you're 1 point faster than my Cinderace.
Oh yeah, no, I had to look at everything. Oh, what I was gonna say was on a Snorlax, I had brought Life Orb because I brought Snorlax to every single game, and 0 times
it didn't get the berry. Hasn't gotten the berry. Yeah.
0 times. So like, I'm just like, dude, at this point, I'm just running whatever I want, like, because I'm tired of trying to rely on a G-Max that doesn't work. So I was like, I'm gonna go for Life Orb and try to just nuke something.
At least in the APA, you got a Pokeball, so you don't even have that chance.
Yeah. Hey, we're the Melmetal Bros though, so that's good. That's nice and clean.
Melmetal fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, man, it's a sick mod, man. It's a cool mod. It's a cool mod.
I already lost my week 1, so I don't even have to try and go for an undefeated season there either, which is cool. Like that's kind of been.
I played Chimp.
Oh yeah, I know. I saw. Well played.
It was a good game. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Well played. You took down both me and Chimp.
Yeah. I never thought I would see that on my game. Like defeated Joey. Never, dude.
Of course.
God.
Oh, everything. It's Pokemon. I wish that Qwilfish had Pain Split. Still, it doesn't have Pain Split pre-home.
Yeah.
Like I had to put. I mean, Toxic was last minute, which it was amazing.
It was clutch. Yeah.
Toxic was hella clutch, but I was debating maybe.
Did you have T-Spikes?
No, I
just clicked out of it.
It's Spikes, Scald, Toxic, and Haze.
Oh, you did have the Haze. Oh.
Yeah, so like Qwilfish was there for both Lax and Centiskorch, but I figured I could deal with Centiskorch via Baton Passing to Piloswine as well as Corviknight. I think that though early versus Drapion, maybe I should have went Corviknight first to get knocked off. That way I keep my EVIOLITE. But I don't know if that like makes a difference. It makes a difference versus Centiskorch because I could go Centiskorch. I could go Piloswine on Centiskorch, but besides that, I don't know if it makes a difference in damn, my stupid this Elgato thing keeps saying it's updating, but I update it every single time.
No, I got you. My Discord had to update like twice in a row the other day, so I feel you. The turn I sacked off Corsola, I almost threw away my Drapion. Like I was like, I'm gonna let this go down. I'm gonna bring in Corsola, click Undur, and try to get faster, and then click Reflect. But then I was like,
you died of hazards.
Because I could get in the same. Yeah, I was like, I died of hazards, or I'd be in the same scenario with having to deal with Baton Pass again. Yeah, Lucha. And I don't think I'll get as lucky. So I was like,
what did you Baton Pass with Lucha in front of again?
In front of Cinderace, I believe.
Yeah, see, exactly. See, like, I was trying to think, like, what Pokemon do I have out that could actually let him Baton Pass? And yeah, I was worried about you being like sub Swords Dance or something.
Oh yeah.
Which is why I went hard Orbeetle. Like that's again, this is my fault for risking the paralysis because I had to play. Basically, Cinderace wasn't a Pokemon. Like I had to play it like it wasn't a Pokemon. So
yeah, it sucked. It low key just got removed from the game, dude. It's still
my fault.
When that happens, man. Like it's happened to me before too. When something that was kind of like how my Flygon turn 1. I was like, well, this is gone. Basically, I was just trying to get a scenario when I could get Lucha in front of Cinderace. Yeah. Because of the para, so that was like the ultimate like timing thing. And then whenever you had scooped up the kill on what was it? Corsola. Oh, yeah, when my Corsola went down, then I was like, okay, I get to bring this thing in for free. It's now or never.
Yeah,
I gotta try.
No, I mean, it made sense. You saw your opportunity, and you took it. Like, I would have done the exact same thing. Like, there's literal games where I'd be like, okay, my win con is them getting paralyzed 3 times in a row, me getting the 10% burn, and then getting like the 6% roll, and I'll go for it, because that's, at the end of the day, Pokemon is, you know, anything can happen.
Bro, real talk, I thought you were gonna crit me at the end.
I didn't believe it enough. I had already.
I was like, is it gonna happen to me? That's my luck.
That stuff happens to me when I believe it like wholeheartedly. But I didn't believe it in the end. I checked out. I was like, yeah, there's no way. And I think even the crit, it would have had to been like a maximum roll crit, like looking at your HP. It probably crit might not have even killed. Considering I only have 68 attack, and like a crit barely killed no HP investment. So I don't know. I don't think it would have mattered, even if I got a crit. I think you still would have won in like 3 HP if anything.
God, that would have been crazy too. Hey, well, either way, man, I appreciate you being like so cool about it all, man.
Bro, this has been happening to me since UCL. I'm used to it.
God, dude.
I'm numb to it, and
you're getting a ring. Win APA.
Maybe we'll see. I already. My goal every season is to have an undefeated regular season, because I don't care about playoffs, since this happens all the time to me. But I always drop the ball towards the end. So I lost like last year WBE. I lost my last game versus Dan, and then the other week I lost versus Otto. Yeah.
Damn, I forgot about the game versus Dan. Yeah, because I remember when the thing with the game versus Vivid. I forgot that you played Dan right before that too.
Yeah, yeah. It was still a fire game. I enjoyed it. And like I said,
it was a good game.
I think you played it well, and I think you did exactly what you needed to do. And I put myself in a position to where I could get hacks, and it happened. So that's I can only be mad at myself.
Thank you, fam. I appreciate it, man. Hey, I'm gonna win it for you, bro. I'm gonna try and win it all for you. Get that belt.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead and win.
I gotta let you know something that I did though before the game.
What'd you do?
Bro, I was about to wear that Aim to be a Champion hoodie.
But it's hot as hell.
I thought it would give you the power up, bro. So I put on the agency hoodie.
Then why did you not get hacks? What's going on? I beat Blunder in every tournament. What's going on? No.
God, dude, I don't know. I was like, I can't do that. It'll make him too powerful. So, but hey, man, for real though, it's much love, man. GG, and of course, I appreciate the time and the game, man, and yeah, no, it was a solid game. It was a solid game. You did what you had to do. I was too scared to risk Pyro Ball versus the Halucha, which actually would have put you what's it called? It would have made it to on my thumbnail. I know that. Yeah. That's all you're ever doing. I always have to click. Always has to hit the fireball. Always have to do it. But yeah, guys, go ahead and check out Kyle. His channel link will be down below. I'm sorry that I lost. Expected. And yeah, good game, bro. Man. Hey, GG, man, for real. I appreciate it, and thank you everybody for sticking around for the interview. Sub to Joey and join his Patreon. It'll make me really happy. See you guys. All right, peace out.